Good. So take me in. How'd you make this decision? And is this a final decision or do you go through the process a little bit here?
Final decision. Sticking with that for sure. Just I mean it was the plan since I came to college. I probably sounded pretty crazy talking to my academic advisors when I was a walk-on freshman, 215 pounds or whatever, and saying, "Hey, I need to graduate in 3.5 so I can be ready for this," you know. And so the time has come. We've prepared for this. I've been preparing the entire time. My wife and I, we prayerfully considered in detail, I mean, everything throughout the whole season. And I was very slow and diligent with all of that, took the whole season, made sure it was just like a weekly check-in that we had, and it was it was extremely thought out, extremely well done. And so that was kind of how we came to that conclusion, and we felt peace about it. Felt like the Lord was calling us to a new chapter in life. As good as this one was, a new one is there for us. So yeah, that was how it went.
How do you feel about it? What's your feedback been so far about your, projected status in the NFL?
I feel good. I feel like I have a really high ceiling that is, as my life has been the entire time under the radar, and that is completely fine with me. Um, I'm I'm a sticky guy. It's hard to get rid of me. I feel like I'm just gonna show up and work and do absolutely everything in my power to make it impossible for someone to get rid of me. And so um, just continuing to do that and work for the glory of the God that I serve. And I mean, just focusing and honing in on the process that He's given me the opportunity to do, the outcomes are going to come.
Thanks, Tip. Good luck, man.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Tip, you mentioned maybe, seeming crazy to your advisors, as a walk-on freshman. Just what did it take to get to this point then, 3.5 years later, where you're ready to take this next step?
Well, I mean, I I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm one of the most consistent and diligent and thought through people I've encountered, and I'll say that just to make my answer really honest. I Every single day has been completely thought through. Every single rep, every single second, or I think a lot of people can vouch for this on the teams that I've played with these past 4 seasons. Is I won't be outworked, and I brought that every single day, and that consistency of that. I think it was just I didn't lay any half bricks. I laid full bricks every single day, and I'm just on my way to building a mansion.
I mean, I guess in that process, I mean, maybe some ups and downs for the team, for you. Just were there any doubts you had to fight to maybe keep on that path?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You know, one of my bigger knocks is like something like production, and so stuff like that um, can be frustrating and can be uh, something that makes you doubt. But um, you know, not focusing on the outcomes and focusing on the process, and okay, who am I really, and and keeping it's just the same thing. It's going to be a boring answer to your question, but it's just the same thing. The consistency that I bring, and um, just sharpening myself every single day is like I know that's going to show through. So no matter production, no matter the different knocks that they could give me, like I understand those are real, and it's something that I work toward working through every single day, and um, I don't know, it just never deters me. Just kind of even more flame under my butt. It's just not a whole lot to it, I guess.
All right, thanks, Tip.
Thank you.
Tip, what's the key to being so consistent?
Well, for me, I feel like my purpose in life is to utilize football and utilize the platform to bring glory to my Lord and Savior. And so, short answer, purpose. And if that purpose is truly your purpose, then I think everything you will want to do nothing short of your absolute all every single day to serve that purpose. And for me, that's that.
How would you describe this journey, Tip, from a walk-on tight end to a team captain to, starting as many games as you did and now jumping into this NFL journey?
How would I describe it?
Yeah.
A mix of surreal and expected. So I mean, you get here to this to I've gotten to this position I have a lot of journey to go. But right here, I get to look back at these last 4 years at Illinois, and then before that, I look back to like when I played Pee Wee football at the Spearfish Rams in South Dakota. Like I look back and I think about all that stuff, and it seems surreal. Like, how did I get here? But it's also expected because, like I said, the daily decisions that I made were ones that would take me here. And so it's expected in that way, but it is surreal and just like, man, thank you, Lord, for bringing me all this way. And, I don't deserve it. And in so many ways, but he has the mercy and grace enough to allow someone like me to do something cool like this.
Appreciate everything, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, but as you said, as more of an under the radar guy, it seems like your pro day and some individual team workouts are going to be pretty important for you. What do you think you're going to show pro scouts during those opportunities? And are there some things that you think you might surprise them with?
Yes, sir. I think there's not a lot of film of me showing how nimble I can be, even at 270 and this stature. I think I can show that, and then I think also people are going to be surprised by how well I run and how I jump and test and stuff too. I think people will understand already about like what I'll do on bench press and stuff like that. But I think as far as the athleticism, I think it's going to shock a lot of people. Thank you.
Tip, what was the conversation like with the coaching staff, or has it always kind of been an assumed thing since Coach B got here that Tip's going to be here 4 years and that's it? Was that made very clear, or did you have a conversation and go, hey, this is what I want to do? And how did that go in their regard?
Good. Everyone was very supportive. And that was always my decision since the get-go was, 3.5 years and out, and 4 seasons, 3.5 years of schooling. But I mean, it was a mismatched pile. There were some people who agree, some people who disagree, and that's the exact way I figured it would be. But nonetheless, everyone has been super supportive, and when I've declared that I'm going to the 2024 NFL draft, everyone is extremely supportive, wants to help in any way, and just a great send-off, great closure for the Illinois career that I've had. It was really cool, very special.
Tip, to what extent, if at all, did any NIL opportunities play into your decision making, or the consideration staying if you did?
Right. Yeah. That always can play into it. If I was doing things for money and money's sake only, then that would be a no-brainer, right? Guaranteed stuff. But I just feel like there's a calling on my life, and this is the next chapter to go into. And as amazing as that is, this is what I have to do. And that's not to say that I don't appreciate that in the slightest, because that's so cool to be appreciated in that way, especially and being valued in that way, especially like we have talked about on this Zoom coming in. You could say under the radar, underappreciated, like stuff like that, where I am a walk-on, paying my own way, and then to be in this position where I have the opportunity to do either, and they're both incredibly good decisions. It's been a really cool thing, but you know, I'd be remiss to say NIL stuff didn't play any role, but you know, at the end of the day, this is just something I have to do, and money aside, that's it.
Well, I'll jump in here, Tip. You leave a hole in that tight end room. So can you give us a little bit of insight on what we should expect out of Tanner Arkin, Henry Boyer, Griffin Moore, some of the other guys who are going to try and step up and fill your role?
Yeah, I mean, I can see like a new fire in all of those guys. I know they all see a big spot open up, and they're all going to be chomping at the bit. And I think you're going to see the best football from each of those guys. I think, you know, start with Griff. He knows it's his last year. There's urgency there. He's gonna continue to kill it in the routes and the pass game and everything. And I can just see him, you know, getting to a new level that he hasn't gotten to in the blocking game for sure. And so I'm excited for that with him, and Tanner continuing to get fluid in the offense and things like that. I know that he's going to put the work in the off season to up his route running and catching and everything, as well as all the different little nuances in the run game. And same thing with Henry. I know how those guys work, and so I know that he's gonna he'll be more fluid this coming year. He'll have his feet under him more. He's gonna have even better hands and better balance in the run game. He's gonna be good. So I'm excited for those guys. They've got a lot of upside. So I'll be watching, that's for sure.
Thanks, Tip.
Yeah, thank you.
Tip, just to expand on that, what do you see as the offense in the back half of the season really got humming, but there'll be some change. Just what are you encouraged about going into next year offensively for the Illini?
Oh, I'm excited for them when they can just play free and um, not be bound by anything or any thought or anything like that or any doubt. And when that offense under Coach Lunny is playing free and he's Coach Lunny's feeling free, like danger for the other team. And so it's exciting to watch. I'm really stoked for them. I think they're gonna, especially with all the new like Pac-12 editions and a lot of the big games coming up there. I think it's going to be really cool to see how they play and adjust and different things, open it up, do different schemes. I'm really excited for them.
What does your pre-draft process look like? You know where you'll be training and kind of what the schedule looks like for you?
Yeah. So I'll be at X3 in Fort Myers, and then going to the East-West Shrine Bowl from I think the 27th until maybe the day after the game, the 2nd or something. So that week, and then back to X3, and then if a combine invite comes, then sweet, let's go kill it there. And if not, all right, sweet, let's go kill it at the pro day. So that's the schedule.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, of course.
Well, good, everybody.